It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Hawks and the Niners, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
Let's go now, let's go!
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams that love to throw the football. You know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another. And I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other. They study each other. They work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends. Come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here come the 49ers, and they are led by Brock Purdy. You know the story, taken last in the 2022 draft, the last two seasons. He has led the Niners deep in the playoffs, and it's his third season, Greg, as the QB for San Francisco.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall, or in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes.
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
When we met with these coaches during the week, Mike, they told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
They'll give to McCaffrey on the option. Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here comes the third-year man out of Michigan State, Kenneth Walker. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is how you drop your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, it's Smith. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll try and run it with Walker. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that 3rd down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. Fresh set of downs.
So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Once again, it's Walker. And this is a good run. He gets back down to about the 6-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Walker. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll run with Walker. A dive, and he's in! Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Next to score, Seahawks 7, 49ers 0.
So 7-0 to score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. We are through 1. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. So Kittle comes in motion. Purdy now on 2nd down. Ho-ho! They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Kittle's able to secure the catch and bring up a fresh set of downs, and he was the only tight end in the entire league last year, Mike, to go over the 1,000-yard mark, and he only did it in 65 catches. Here's a guy that is an all-pro player year in and year out, and there's not a whole lot in this game that he can't do.
That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. They face 2nd down and 7. 2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. Second and 7. So Kittle comes in motion. Back to the air is Purdy. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Again in the air for Purdy. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones, and saw a great example of it here, laying out, going down to get this ball, holding on through contact with the ground, and that's a big-time play.
He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And he's into the end zone. George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the 49ers will level things out at 7 apiece. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, it's Laviska Shenault. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's 1st and 10. Back is Smith. That's complete. It's Metcalf. Still going. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 76 yards. Touchdown, Seattle.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
Now the point after try from Myers. He's got it. And the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead.
49ers 7. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, it's Ronnie Bell. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
They're on the 32-yard line.
Purdy now, he'll throw on 1st down. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Seahawks scoop it up. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. Oh, what a mistake. 0-0 on the clock. The half is over. You just want to get to the locker room. Instead, you give up a touchdown, Greg. That is an awful way to close out the first half.
Yeah, and it's funny, a play like that, Mike, almost offsets everything good or bad that's gone on previously in that first half. That's all that's on everyone's mind coming into the locker room. Now, coming out of the locker room, they've got to find a way to put that behind them, get that bad taste out of their mouth, and recapture some momentum here to start the third quarter.
So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Seahawks are out in front as we send you cross-country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime reports. It was a strong first half for the former Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
As we get back underway here on EA Sports. Williams now to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. There's DK Metcalf, he and the Seahawks offense set for their next drive. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Gino. That's the big tight end, Pharaoh Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Now he'll run. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll go play action. It's Smith. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. A shotgun run now with Walker. A hit, and he has lost the football. But this is taken in by a teammate. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he's shedding tacklers left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8.
And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see him, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 3rd and 2. Smith. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
They'll try it now with Walker. And he's going to have the Seahawks first down as the defense cannot come up with the big play there. It's a gain of 8 on 4th and 2.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll run here with Walker. A second effort, and he is in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Myers now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Samuel, going to see what he can do. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Flats to his tight end, Kittle. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. He'll push it downfield. This one for Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That is a big gain for the 49ers. 32 yards.
I love these crossing routes, Mike. Not only do they put so much stress into the deep layers of the defense, but they really allow the wide receivers to run with the ball after the catch. We just saw a great example why, and it led to a huge chunk play.
A first down throw for Purdy. Gets this one into the hands of Jawan Jennings. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. To throw once more, it's Purdy. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Purdy going to put it up again. Pass caught by Pearsall. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. Here's Purdy again. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal. Throwing again is Purdy. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
Pretty interesting sequence of play calls here, Mike. You can tell going into this game, they felt their matchups down here deep in the tight red zone were better through the air than maybe they were necessarily on the ground. We see two back-to-back throws. The second one, though, results in a touchdown.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Here's a handoff to Walker. Not much happening there, just a short game. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Walker. The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Here comes 3rd and 6. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. They'll drop to throw. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10. Here's Purdy. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. And he's going to go out of bounds with no time remaining on the clock. This game is over. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.